Canonicity of the ship doesn't matter. Anime is my canon reference point, and I'll do all kinds of ships normal, yaoi, and yuri ships. So, Luffy and Nami. Their individual characters. Luffy is the ever energetic captain of the Straw Hat Pirates who values adventure, freedom, and his nakama and having fun more than anything else. Luffy is very trusting and can be easily deceived if desired so. Nevertheless, he is a force of nature, and once he sets his sight on beating the crap out of someone, he almost always delivers on that promise. Nami is a smart, kind, and fairly logical woman who doesn't have qualms using people or things around her to her benefit. She is obsessed with money due to her tragic past, which was caused by the inherent lack of it. Nami, despite having a tough and manipulating exterior, actually considers her nakama more important than any of the treasures and is very forgiving by nature. She loves the tangerine trees from Belmer's orchard and is one of the more violent voices of reason of the crew. Development of the ship. The development of the Luffy and Nami ship started very early on in the series, right from episode 1, where they briefly saw each other, when Luffy gave her his treasured straw hat and then proceeded to beat up Arlong, freeing not only Nami but the entire village. This bond only became stronger and stronger as she continued her travels with her captain. Nami is often in a parental role to Luffy, guiding his behavior and acts as the brain for him. Moments throughout the series. Luffy giving Nami his treasured straw hat on Arlong Park. Luffy declaring that Nami was his nakama. Luffy trying to cheer her up when she was sick. Nami trusting Luffy to get her to the doctor. Luffy getting Nami to Kureha's castle. Luffy giving Nami his straw hat again on Skypiea. Nami telling Luffy Robin lied in order to save them when Luffy was stuck between the two buildings. Luffy wrapping his entire neck around Nami on Fishman Island. Nami hugging Luffy on Zou. Parallels between these two characters. These two characters effectively have no parallels at all. Their story, character arcs, goals, behaviors are quite contrasting even though they share common values and have an indelible trust in one another. Why it makes sense. A. They complete each other. Luffy and Nami are people who share the same core values of friendship and freedom but are very different as people. Nami helps Luffy think through things, doesn't let him get deceived, like negotiating for gold in Water 7, and guides him through his adventures, gives him direction by being his navigator, both literally and metaphorically. Luffy helps Nami believe in herself, protects her, and also provides her the friends and support that she needed in her life. They are both very different but very similar where it matters, making them fit together like jigsaw puzzles pieces. B. Nami and Nakama. Nami has never had true nakama. The fishmen tortured Nami into drawing maps for them, calling themselves her nakama. The villagers collectively decided to pretend to hate Nami for her decision to join Arlong's crew so as to not falter her from running away. She lived deceiving and stealing from people, being alone the whole time. Nami stole Luffy's ship that they just got a few days ago, captured and offered him up to Buggy in order to steal his treasure, and seemingly betrayed them for money. Luffy never doubted her even once, got to her island to get her back, let her try everything she wanted, and beat up Arlong the moment she asked for help. Luffy, once he had proved himself, told Nami that she was his nakama. Nami attributes her entire current free and enjoyable life to Luffy. It wouldn't be strange for Nami to want to spend her entire life with Luffy considering how much she is grateful to him for. C. Nami and Luffy's Straw Hat. Nami is the only character in the series who has been shown to wear Luffy's straw hat multiple times. Luffy gives Nami the straw hat every time he needs to comfort her. He does so during the hour-long park arc when Nami finally asks for his help, when he was taking Sanji and Nami up to Kureha's castle, when Luffy finally reaches the arc Maxim on which Nami is with Enel. The value that Luffy associates with the Straw Hat is ginormous. Luffy has literally called the Straw Hat his treasure and will do anything to protect it, since he needs to return it to Shanks. Nami is almost always the one handling the Straw Hat, if not Luffy. She offered to sew Ace's Weaver card to the hat. She often repairs it if something happens. It does make sense for Luffy to be with someone who he truly shares a special trust with, a trust enough to share his treasured Straw Hat with. E. Parallels with the previous generation. We all know that Luffy is the next Pirate King from all the parallels that there are between the two characters of Monkey D. Luffy and Gold D. Roger. The parallels are astoundingly clear. A signature agreeing with a straw hat, becoming a monster when their nakama are hurt, both wanting to be Pirate King, both placing values in living free, and too many more to count. So, now let's take a look at the parallels between Nami and Portugas D. Rouge. Both of them have long reddish curly hair. Both of them have brown eyes. Both of them have extraordinarily strong wills and were willing to endure a suffering for their loved ones for an extended amount of time. Considering Nami and Portugas de Rouge's parallels, it would make sense for Nami to be the future Pirate King's romantic partner. So these are my reasons to ship Nami and Luffy. I'd love to know your thoughts on all the things that I've missed. I'll see you next time.